short body flow. We're going to need our small Pilates ball to start, but as always, you use what you have. We're going to go ahead and get started at the front of our mat for me. Ball in hand. Feet are going to be about hip distance apart. I'm just going to bring the ball into one hand. Bring the chin into the chest, the belly button into the spine as we roll down for me. Perfect. And then we go ahead as we roll all the way up. Bring our chin, chest, and stack them on top of our body. And again, chin into the chest, belly button into the spine. Rolling down for me. And go ahead as we roll all the way back up. And roll those shoulders back. One more for me. Chin into the chest, belly button into the spine, rolling down. And go ahead as we roll all the way up and roll those shoulders back at the top. Good. From here, widen those feet for me. So they're almost just a little wider than that mat. That ball is still into one hand. We go ahead. We come all the way up with our arms. Good. I want you to hinge over towards the right side, circle down and around as we come all the way around and come on up on that left side. Shoulders are still away from our ears. Coming over to that left side, circling down and around. A lovely nice stretch in those sides as well. Blowing out those cobwebs and over to the right side and circle around and all the way up, and last time over to the left and circle around, come all the way up for me. Good. From here, lower the arms down, cross one ankle over the other and come on down to a seated position, or just come on down however best you can. That ball is going to be in our hand for me, and we're going to reach over that body. So if our knees need to be about shoulder distance apart to make this comfortable, feel free to. But I want you just to drape over that body for me. I'm going to get you to inhale through our nose as we expand our ribs out to the back and the side like an accordion. And exhale through the mouth like we're blowing out through a straw. And again, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And last one, tapping into that Pilates breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Sitting up nice and tall for me, reaching that ball away from us. Now, we might feel like we're rounding slightly into the shoulders. I want you to embrace and lean into that. I'm going to get you to inhale as we reach the shoulders forward, reach that ball forward, and exhale with straight arms still. We squeeze those shoulder blades together. And again, inhale as we reach forward. And exhaling as we pull back. 3 more for me. And 3. And pulling our shoulder blades back together. And 2 more for me. And squeezing them back together. And last one for me. And squeezing them back together. And go ahead and settle our shoulders somewhere in between those 2 extremes. From here, we're going to tuck into our tail as we begin to round down to the tack of our pants. Take a nice inhale at the bottom. Exhale, squeeze the ball together as we build that spine back up. Inhaling as we scoop and round down for me. Exhaling as we come all the way back up. Nice. And again, we go ahead. Rounding down for me. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, squeeze as we build that spine up. And last time we go ahead as we scoop down. Stay scooped down for me. We're going to pulse that palm together onto that ball for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come all the way up. Let's place that ball in between those ankles for me. And I'm just going to scoop back as I extend my legs out nice and long. So that ball is between our ankles and our feet. We're going to reach up and over for me, like we're wearing a seatbelt. Our arms are reaching forward, but our belly button is scooping back. We roll back down for 8, squeeze the glutes, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale as we come up and over those legs. Can we get our arms like in line with the floor? We roll down, squeeze those glutes. Stay scooped in that tummy for me. Reaching the arms. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale as we dive up and over. Trying to get our biceps in line with our ears. Rolling back down for 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower our arms down by our side. We're going to exhale as we bring our legs into tabletop. And just take a second just to make sure that our back is into the floor for me. And I'm just going to scoot down a little bit because I notice that my head's coming off the mat. So back is into the floor. We go ahead. We inhale as we dip the toes to the floor. And we exhale as we lift. We inhale to lower. And we exhale to lift. And we have 4. Now, maybe you find that your legs only come down this far. That's absolutely fine, guys. We have 4. Exhaling to lift, ribs stay melted down. And 3, and lifting up. And 2 more. Good. And last one, stay lifted. Can we go ahead and bring our knees out, shoulder distance apart, and then squeeze them together. And again, out to shoulder distance apart, and go ahead, squeeze the ball as we come back through center. Now, it's not important to me that those knees touch. In fact, they're actually coming into parallel. Good. We have 4 more. Still, that back is into the floor. And 3, but we squeeze that ball together on the way in. And 2 more. And last one for me. Good. From here, we extend the legs up to 90, stretch those hamstrings, and we bend. We exhale to extend, and we inhale to bend. We have 4. Good. And 3. And 2. And last one for me. Go ahead, grab hold of that ball. Bring our legs into tabletop for me. Bring that ball to the right side. And let's bring our hand of our left hand to the nape of our neck. We take a nice deep breath in. We exhale as we curl up and over. Let's extend our legs to 90. And start pumping that ball. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that pumping is really coming from our shoulder. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. Bend the legs, switch the ball to the other hand. Right hand is now on the nape of the neck. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, curl up and over, and we pump from that shoulder. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 30, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 22, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. Hug everything in. Good. Nice. From here, extend our arms and our legs nice and long for me. Making sure those ribs are tucked in, legs are squeezed together, arms are about in line with our biceps. Biceps are about in line with our ears, I should say. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale as we dive up and over. Sitting up nice and tall. Nice. Now, scooch forward to the front of your mat, and I want you to place that ball underneath of your kneecaps for me. So whenever we use a prop, we're really thinking about using a prop. Pressing our hamstrings and our calves against that ball for me. And I want you to hold on to your ankles or the back of your hamstrings. Look down towards your tummy button for me. And from here, let's hover those feet up off the floor. A nice round back for me. We go ahead. We inhale to roll back. And we exhale to come up and pause. We inhale to roll. And we exhale as we come up. We have 4. Nice rounded spine. No, it's hard. I'm looking at my tummy the whole time. So don't you worry about looking at me, guys. I'm not that interesting. Stay looking at your tummy button. Good. And last one for me. And come all the way up. Lower the feet down. Scoot back just a little bit. We're going to extend our left leg nice and long. Our right leg is going to be bent. And we're going to bring that ball just pushing it onto our right shin. Look down towards that navel for me. We're going to go ahead as we lift that left leg. Roll back down so we find ourselves in a curled position for me. We're pressing down that ball onto our right shin. We're curled up. We go ahead as we switch and switch and switch and switch. And we have 10 and 9 and 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. Go ahead, look from the left, look to the right for me, and lower the feet to the floor as we extend our arms above the chest, holding on to that ball. We're going to start with our legs squeezed together for me. We're going to go ahead as we think about our feet together, our legs squeezed together. We take a nice deep breath in as we exhale, peel and roll up into that bridge. Hips up, ribs down, still squeezing those inner thighs together, and melt all the way back down. And again, we go ahead as we peel to roll up, hips up, ribs down, and melting all the way back down. 2 more for me. And again, those inner thighs can feel it a little bit here. Bridging with our legs together, hits a little bit differently, doesn't it? Last one, we stay lifted. Let's lower our hips an inch and lift an inch as we lower an inch and lift, and we have 5, good, and 4, and lift, and 3, squeeze, 2, and lift, last one, stay lifted and melt all the way back down. Now, can we go ahead, heels together, toes apart, knees are about shoulder distance apart. Take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we peel and we roll up into that bridge. And then we melt all the way down. So we really use that sequential movement of our spine. Good, and melting all the way down. We're going to do 4 more for me. Still keeping those knees only shoulder distance apart. Good, and 3 more, and 3, and melting all the way back down. And 2 more, and relax our shoulders out of our ears. And 1 more, we stay lifted. Can we lower our hips an inch, and can we squeeze and lift? Can we lower and lift, and we have 4, good, and 3, and lift, and 2, squeeze, and 1, and lift. Lower all the way down. Now let's go ahead, let's bring our heels out so they're in line with our toes. Now we have nice train track legs, last bridge. We inhale to prepare, we exhale, we peel to roll up, lengthening in the front of those legs and melting down with control. And again, now when I say melting down with control, I'm really letting you control so that gravity doesn't pull you down. We have 3 more for me. And slowly as we come back down, and 2 more, and lowering down. Last one, we stay lifted and we lower the hips an inch, and we lift, we lower and lift, and we have 4, good, and 3, and lift, and 2, and squeeze. Last one, stay lifted. Place that ball underneath the tag of our pants for me, and then settle ourselves down onto it. So we'll instantly know if it's in the wrong place. If it's too far up towards your shoulder blades, you'll feel in a weird hyperextended position. If it's too far down, it'll feel like the ball's about to pop out. So we're going to bring our right leg up into tabletop, our left leg up into tabletop. From here, we go ahead and extend our legs up to 90. We're going to lower our right leg down for me and then lift it back up. We're going to bring our left leg out to the side with control for me and back through center. Same exact thing again, guys. We're going to lower that right leg down to the floor and lift it up. And that left leg comes out to the side, keeping everything else square to the ceiling. Good. We're going to do 1 more here for me. And then we're going to add on to what's known as a helicopter. So from here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to lower simultaneously our right leg down to the floor and our left leg out to the side. Then we're going to helicopter them around, circle around and come back through center. So 1 leg comes down, 1 leg comes out, circle them around and up, and bring it back up. Gorgeous, let's do that again. Our right leg comes down to the floor, our left leg comes out to the side. Right leg circles towards the armpit, left leg comes down towards the floor, and then we're going to bring it back up. Last one for me. Lower our right leg down to the floor, left leg out to the side, circle around and come back through center. Now we've got that, guys, we'll do the second side. So our left leg comes down to the floor, our right leg comes out to the side for me, and come back in. Good. So we'll just do it all separated for now. So we're lowering our left leg down, we bring it straight back up, we bring our right leg out to the side for me. Again, hips and shoulders aren't moving, they're square to the ceiling. One more like this for me. Lower our left leg down, everything is unchanged from our hips upwards. And right leg out to the side and back through center. Can we helicopter, guys? We're going to do it at the same time here. Left leg lowers, right leg comes out to the side. We go ahead, left leg comes up to the armpit, right leg comes down, and we bring them back up. Gorgeous. And again, this is a brain thinker, guys. Left leg down, right leg out to the side. We're circling them around and back in. And one more for fun, guys. We lower our left leg down, our right leg to the side, left leg comes to the armpit, right leg comes down to the floor, and we lift up. Gorgeous. Let's keep our legs nice and long, and let's laterally rotate them. Let's make sure that we're checking in that our shoulders aren't scrunched up. So relax everything down. Squeezing those legs together, we lower down for 3, 2, 1, and exhale as we lift up. We lower for 3, 2, 1, and lift back up. Last one, we lower, 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 and lift. Let's change that direction. So we're going to lower down for 1, only as far as you can control, and lift for 3, 2, 1. We lower down for 1, and we lift for 3, 2, 1. And last time, we lower for 1, and lift for 3, 2, 1. Bring our legs in parallel, bend our legs, bring our feet down to the floor, bridge up for me, and melt all the way back down. Nice. We're going to roll onto your right side for me. So let's line that back up against the back of the mat. We're going to bring that ball just in front of our body, and that left palm is going to go ahead and place down onto the floor for me, onto the ball I should say. We're extending both legs on that diagonal, and we're going to lift that top leg up to about hip height and lower back down. And again, as we lift and lower back down. Good. Now, our light palm is just pressing down onto that ball. Our neck is nice and long for me. Good. We have 3 more. And 2 more, keeping our hips and our shoulders stacked. Last one, stay lifted. We kick that leg forward and we sweep back for me. We kick the leg forward and we sweep back. And we have 4. Is everything still stacked? And 3, are we still lightly pushing down through that ball? And that offers just a little bit more of instability. Last one for me, we're going to stay here. Let's pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower back and pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower that leg down. We're going to push ourselves up into a side-seated position for me. We're going to bring that ball into our right hand, and our legs are swept like a Z position for me. And if this is uncomfortable for you guys, you can sit cross-legged or whatever works. From here, grounding down that left cheek as much as we can. We're going to reach up and over as we roll that ball away and come all the way back in. And again, we roll the ball away for me. It's like pouring water out of our ears and come all the way in. And last time, we go ahead as we pour out and come all the way in. Placing that ball just to one side, hoping it behaves and stays put. We're going to keep our hips facing towards this direction as we rotate from our waist and bring our hands onto the floor. We're going to come on up to our knees for me. So Our hips and our knees are facing towards the wall just beside you, and we're rotating at the waist. From here, looking down to the floor, we inhale as we come into a push-up, and we exhale to lift. We inhale to lower, and we exhale to lift. Last one, and then we're actually going to add on with that left leg. So we're going to come down into our push-up. As we come up, we're lifting and extending that leg, lowering and bending that leg back down. We have 3, perfect, and 2, a great way to build strength in that push-up as well, and 1, and lower down, perfect. Swing those legs around, grab that ball again. We're going to lie onto our side. So again, propping our head with our hand. Good. We're going to bring that ball just in front of us. Right palm presses down onto the ball. Legs are extended for me. We can flex that bottom foot to act as a little bit more of a stability for us. And we're going to point those toes on that top foot. We're lifting our leg up to about hip height and lowering back down as we lift and lower, and we have 8. Good. And 7. Keeping relaxed in the neck. And 6. And I know it's tempting to look down to see what's happening with our leg, but I really want you to keep nice and long in that neck. Good. Again, actively pushing down through that palm of that right hand. 3 more. Good. And 2, almost there. And 1, we're going to stay lifted. We kick forward and we sweep back. And we kick forward, staying parallel to the floor. Think of the path of least resistance. It just swings forward and back, not taking like a rainbow-like leap. And 3 more, and back. And 2 more. Last one, stay forward and pulse up. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing it back. Again, we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down. Help push ourselves up, bringing our legs into that Z position for me. That ball is going to come into that left hand. We're trying to anchor down our right glute. And it's not important to me whether it actually completely stays still the whole time. The idea is it's an oppositional force between reaching in one direction and anchoring in the other. We take a nice inhale to prepare. We roll the ball away as we reach over and come all the way back in. And it's like, well, if we were like a little cutout little paper man, we'd be like in a 2D for me. So we're just coming in one direction and coming all the way back. And last one, like we're pouring water out of our ear and come all the way in. Nice. Place that ball just out of the way. Legs are going to be stacked. We're going to rotate the upper body towards the floor, coming up onto the knees, but the knees and the hips are still facing towards you. We inhale as we lower, and we exhale to lift. 2 more before we get that leg involved. 2 more, and lift. And last one, and lift. Now we go ahead, we lower down, and we lift and extend that top leg, bending and lowering down. Lift and extend, and lower and bend, and 2 more. And last one for me, and lowering down. Good, go ahead. Coming into that child's pose position. Knees are going to be shoulder distance apart. Palms are down and we're reaching those fingertips forward. Good. From here, we're going to go ahead as we walk our arms over to the right side, bringing our left palm on top of our right. Trying to make sure we don't have a turtleneck. So pushing our shoulders away from our ears. Walking back through center. Left hand is over to the side. Right hand is on top of our left. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Go ahead, come back through center. Go ahead, come onto our hands and either come onto a half plank or step onto those toes for a full plank. We soar forward and back. So the idea is we're straight from our tailbone to the crown of our head for me. And we have 3, just moving at that ankle joint. 2 and 1. And walk our hands to our feet for 4, 3, 2, 1. We go ahead and we roll up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling those shoulders back for 4, and 3, and 2, and last one for me. And those words you've been waiting for, you, my darlings, are all done. Fabulous job, and I will see you next time.